I said, oh, she said my head aches, but she's still dancing to the music that my band played. I said, oh.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkopolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show. Today's show is brought to you by locally owned and operated Highland Rim Speedway. Highland Rim Speedway is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year with great short track door-to-door stock car racing in a safe, family-friendly atmosphere. Visit their website at highlandrim.com. Hello, everyone.
What's up, East Nashville?
We're here to give you the best in events, the best in groups, and the best in businesses.
Yep, because you made it through another week, and you deserve all of it.
You deserve all of it. So we've got some closing sales, we've got some Hall & Oates covers, we have zombies, we have a bunch of birds, we have a dear plea from, someone really important, I think, to the community.
A friend.
A friend in need. And we have a really awesome business, so stay tuned, because we have it all for you, served up hot and fresh, like pancakes.
Next.
If you want to feel the wind blowing through your hair and see the great city of Nashville at the same time, check out Nashville Scooter Tours. Trekking through the downtown streets to Music Row with Nashville Scooter Tours is safe, eco-friendly, and a whole lot of fun. They use Xenon electric scooters that go 55 miles on a single charge. Find out more by calling 615-290-5563 or book your reservation today at NashvilleScooterTours.com.
All & Cooper CPAs, located in the heart of East Nashville, offer a wide variety of tax services for individuals and businesses. Contact them at 615-257-0646 and visit their website, allcooper.com, for a full list of services.
Microcasting for your city, Talkopolis.
Welcome back. It's so good to have you here hanging out with us.
Yep. Here hanging out.
But first things first, I like to tell people about the events that are happening because nobody just wants you to sit at home all day, every day, just pining for an event.
The what to do's.
The what to do's. Exactly. What's the first what to do?
The thing to get out for us.
That's somewhere a preposition is really sad about that last moment that you just had.
No, the preposition's happy is not supposed to be there.
It's just hanging out.
Yep.
Hanging out as usual. Well,
now that we're done grammar policing.
East Garden beep beep store is closing. It's just the store. So the East Garden whole store was providing flowers.
Yeah, the retail spot.
Right.
And
so they're still going to be doing that. You can still order from them, but their retail store is closing down.
Mm-hmm.
So
on the 24th,
yes.
last day. So
that's the last day.
Sunday?
Mm-hmm. So it's upcoming.
Sunday, last day to buy flowers at the retail spot.
But they are also selling like a bunch of their inventory items. Like they're selling all the lamps from inside. They're selling like home accessories and all that's like 50 to 75% off.
Every bit of it.
Yes. So if you want to get a good
Half to
deal.
3/4 off.
Exactly. Gently used books, photo frames, like barware, ice buckets, greeting cards. So there's a whole smorgasbord of stuff.
I thought you said green cards for a second.
Green cards, you can't buy them there, but they're green because they're a garden store.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
they are. But it does say to call ahead to make sure that if you want to go and you want to purchase some stuff there at the retail store,
right.
Call ahead and make sure that they're in.
Because they're kind of moving stuff out. And
they're moving stuff and they make deliveries. It's usually short local delivery runs, so if they're out,
they have like vintage stuff though. It's really cool just to go peruse it because it'd be like going to like an antique store or like a vintage store, but everything's actually kind of affordable because they're trying to get rid of it. Yeah, like you shouldn't feel bad for buying something cheap.
We're getting towards the end of February. Mm-hmm. Going to be, and right on the tail of that is the beginning of March.
Amen.
Every year.
Comes ahead.
And it seems like gardening time, so go ahead and get yourself some supplies.
Exactly,
get
and
so the stuff that you're gonna need in order to garden your garden.
They're at 1108 Woodland Street. And you should go check them out. And we'll put the link here in case you need to look at the phone number or need to look at the address or need to look at what else they have open, what else they're selling, because it's a bunch of good stuff.
Things.
So go help out a neighbor and go buy some cool vintage stuff. Yeah. Or, speaking of vintage and things that you have known your whole life that need a little polish, you can go to the Family Wash on Friday night at 9 p.m. and see Yacht Rock Revue, which is hard to say, with the Depressions, plus special guests. If you're not familiar with Yacht Rock Revue, basically they like to do Hall & Oates covers.
Everything that your parents listened to growing up.
Yes.
Or anything that was on, what is it, the 92.9?
Yeah, like a really nice,
the
like
light rock
soothing.
favorites.
Yeah, so you've got like Seals and Croft on there. You're going to have some Bee Gees on there. Like it's anything just to soothe you into that nice sort of dad yacht rock genre.
Everything your parents listened to at the end of the night of a lot of cocaine.
But they're very entertaining. optional. They're very entertaining. They're really
That's
funny.
what they used to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yacht Rock Revue. But they're very entertaining. They're very fun, and they do a great job. They all have like the sweet outfits with like the hats and the big mustaches.
Yeah, and
so
I think they're responsible for the videos that used to pop up on the YouTube. They're probably still there.
on the YouTube, guys. May have heard of it.
That were titled Yacht Rock, and they would give some insight as to how they thought the songs they performed, the ideas got into the writers' heads.
Well, that sounds delightful.
Always funny.
So go find some soothing yacht rock music. Just chill out on Friday night with a loved one or with your friends.
Yeah, and have one of the pies there at the family wash.
There are pies. There are delicious pies.
Delicious pies.
We love a good pie.
Moving on to our next one.
Moving on to our next one,
Excited
just if
about
you either could go to Yacht Rock Revue and then go later to this, or you could go to this. But it is at Logue's Black Raven Emporium, which is a whole mouthful. But they do this thing called Cult Fiction Underground.
Yep.
Where they take like a cult classic movie and they show it in their little underground theater, which is a really cool facility. If you have any sort of interest in like comic books or any
Comics,
sort of like
horror movies,
Yeah.
The culture surrounding the two of those.
then you have to check this place out. But you could specifically go and see White Zombie, which is a cult classic.
And stars Bela Lugosi,
Yes.
original Dracula.
And also this is a good place to start, like if you want to get into that or if you've heard that it's really cool.
Yeah,
Cult
and,
classics are always fun to watch with other people.
Robert, the owner, Robert Logue,
Mm-hmm.
used to be, when I was working at the Midtown Corner Pub, like I was telling you, was a lunch regular of mine. Super, super nice guy.
And
if
he
you
just
have any
opened it.
questions about the store or him helping with anything, he's more than happy to help out.
Exactly.
Always wants to take care of his people, and regularly they show, it's every weekend, they have a horror movie, some sort of horror-themed event.
Exactly.
I saw, and I'm disappointed I missed it, but on their Facebook page I saw that I missed, there was some evening of live burlesque. Movie was
They're
screened.
always doing
They had
something.
professional wrestlers there. Al Snow, who used to be a pretty big name professional wrestler, was there talking about his new movie and like signing autographs and just hanging out.
It's like a little best kept secret, but we want to tell you about it,
Yeah.
so you can tell your friends. But
They're
the
at,
movies are Friday and Saturday night. They're at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m., and it's only $5. And that's cheaper than like going to see a movie anywhere else.
Pretty much.
And-
And they're at 2915 Gallatin Pike, which is pretty much the corner there of Gallatin Pike and East Trinity.
All right.
Gallatin and East Trinity.
Remember,
there.
commit that to memory.
That's where you want
So
to
go
be.
there, see White Zombie, hang out with everyone who's going to be really into it. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the day they're going to do Rocky Horror. Like, I'm fingers crossed in every part of my being, because they do that at the Bell Court sometimes.
probably will.
And I just feel like it'd be
I bet
really
if you
cool.
went to White Zombie and said, "Hey, what do you think
Hey, what do you
about
think?
doing what do you think about doing the
The
Rocky
picture
Horror
show
Picture
here.
Show?"
Might
Probably
get a good
into it.
response. Join my club. Well, sometimes I like to look at the Google groups for serious news.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we like to look at them for funny things, for helpful things. They have a wide variety. But I just found
Or
this
just
post.
kind of
Just sharing.
discussions you don't hear
Just
on a regular
sharing.
basis.
Exactly. So
Or
this
that I don't hear.
This post was from Jean, and it was about winter backyard birds. And little did I know that there is a community in East Nashville that is really into spotting the birds in your backyard
Yeah.
and naming what they are. Like, these people are educated. Educated.
People that know their birds.
They know
which
their
is,
birds.
And
Very-
then some people, they scoff at the bird watching. You're watching some things that hang out in trees.
But it's like National Geographic in your backyard.
Yeah. And I think more importantly,
Yes.
the more that we learn
Yes.
and or make up about dinosaurs, because
'Cause
now, like
dinosaurs.
in what, the last year, they've really gotten on this kick that dinosaurs had
Were
feathers
birds, yeah.
and were brightly colored animals. You get to watch dinosaurs.
Flying around.
Who doesn't want to see dinosaurs?
Nobody. Nobody
about
that
it.
watches this show.
Cross between a bird and an alligator in the sky.
Flying around.
Not that that's what you get to see now, but I mean, it's the same idea,
It's
right?
kind of like that. Yeah, but so it was really funny because it got a really good response, and people were like, oh, I've seen this bird. I had to look up this bird. So
Yeah.
if you're at all interested in birds, you have a whole community here.
And the whole thing started over a dark-eyed Junco. Junco.
And it said that they were surprised to see it at their feeder yesterday. Exclamation point, never seen one before. So if you have a bunch of Juncos, I don't know how you
Yeah,
pronounce
and then
it.
there were people who, in their yards, the dark-eyed Juncos are a regular occurrence.
I think hearsay this could be a time to start a bird watching club.
What?
East Nashville. You don't
Think
know.
about it, Eastsiders.
It's a free activity. You're just looking at birds.
You clearly
Or as I
enjoy
should-
watching the birds. Maybe you
Or
should get
dinosaurs.
together and travel from one person's place to another so you can see the different kind of dinosaurs that land in their yard.
Yeah, and then you could make bird feeders together.
Dino birds.
And you could make Dino birds.
Birdosaurs.
Birdosaurs. We're going to leave that one alone. But
What's next?
the last Google group story, I really enjoyed this because, again, we've just had like a really good response from people on the Google groups about, you know, different topics and about kind of community outreach. Like sometimes it's just like, hey, I'm selling my TV. Who wants it? I mean, that's still community outreach. But this one was from the Pied Piper, which is a business that is in East Nashville.
They're a delicious restaurant.
Delicious restaurant. They also have ice cream.
Yes, they do have the Pied Piper Creamery, which is in a separate building than the Pied Piper restaurant.
Exactly.
And that
so it's kind of like a
more
whole,
towards 5 Points. But.
Yes, it's kind of like a whole. They have all of it. But the Pied Piper restaurant basically put out a little plea on the Google groups and just said, and most of you know, that they've been suffering a little bit because their fryer hasn't been working.
And the grill went down.
And their grill hasn't been working.
It's not.
Which is really hard to make any food.
Those are undesirable circumstances
Those are
for
very
restaurants.
undesirable circumstances. But they said they want to thank every single person that's come in and stuck around and continued, you know, to eat
and they were
with them.
still cranking out food and putting out, you know,
Yeah.
stuff that they did all of their breakfast. They were doing salads, soups, they had sandwiches.
Grilled cheeses.
You know, you couldn't get the French fries, so have something healthier.
Have some fruit.
So.
Come on.
Get a fruit cup. Get
For
a side of veggies. Something.
Yeah. Snack on something.
Fries. Why
Yeah.
always gotta have fries?
I don't know. Get a bag of chips. But so they were just saying we really appreciate everyone that's come out and supported us so far, and it would be really awesome if everyone could just come by and have a meal with us, you know, and just kind of adjust with them.
Trying to keep it in business.
Yeah, definitely, because they're such a big part of the community, and they have, I mean, you know, they still have food, guys.
Yeah.
Just
which is important.
go
for a
eat with
restaurant.
them.
Go eat it.
Go eat with them, and you are supporting a local business, which is, you know, the whole circle of life here in East Nashville.
Yep.
It's just like supporting this business. So we have a business of the week, which is upcoming. But Pied Piper, you can also call ahead for carryout. They're very accommodating, so you should go eat with them. And it was really cute because they posted that, and a bunch of people were like, "We love you. We're gonna come eat with you. We have friends come. My grandma's coming in town. I'm gonna take her there."
Yeah, there was like a wedding party that decided to go
Bring
there.
your friends.
Take your peeps.
Take your friends. Take your wedding party and go eat there.
Yep.
Because nobody wants French fries at their wedding.
No.
That's just tacky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I said it first.
We're going to talk about things that aren't tacky with our business of the week.
Very
Coming
true.
up right after a word from one of our very beloved sponsors.
True.
Jeff Meeks and Chris Austin invite you to watch your favorite sports event at the Batters Box at 43 Hermitage Avenue in Nashville, Tennessee. The Batters Box offers shuttle service to all Titans home games. It's a great place for friends to gather for the game and after the game. So check out the Batters Box Bar and Grill, and thanks again for sponsoring the show.
Back again.
We made it through it.
We made it through it. We have our business of the week, which is Nashville Running Company.
Yep.
Thought
Getting
we were
their
gonna say
jog
that
on.
together.
I don't like that.
Okay, Nashville Running Company.
Excellent job, Kelsey. You did very well on that.
Thank you. I just wanted to look at. But they are, in fact, a running company, and they exist so that people can run with them. And the cool part is they have a store, but they also are really big on just having like a running community. So they don't just want to sell you equipment, like they want to enable you to run with them. Like it's not fun to run by yourself, and it is unsafe. And so you can run with a group of people at different levels. They have training levels, so it's a very neat
training.
part of the community.
They put on races. They have just events, in-store events, out-of-store events. And just the fact that they provide training. I don't know that there's another running store in town that. Like they'll give you some advice on it, like,
Right.
Try and average 5 miles a day.
But these people
they
actually
don't-
want to run with
I
you.
think they give you a little more insight and a little more coaching.
They also have
to
free
this.
injury assessments.
Yeah,
so if you're not
Results
feeling so hot,
Physiotherapy comes in and does injury assessments, which I think is really important, especially for people who get involved in that.
right?
Like it's their first time starting to run.
Right.
Some
You don't
people
wanna-
want to go.
you don't wanna
"Oh,
overexert yourself."
I should be able to run a marathon in 2.5 weeks. And that's probably a bad idea. And the shin splints. Oh, baby, the shin splints are going to be bad.
So don't do that.
But yeah, if you have anything, my ankle bothers me after I run. My left foot hurts in the middle of it. My
Right.
shins hurt. Whatever it is, you can go and get a free screening to figure out, one, what you got going on with you, and two, how to deal with it.
How to make it better.
How to deal with it.
And, it's a place to run with people that are on your level, because a lot of times I think running with other people is really intimidating because you don't know, you can't really, if you're just starting
Especially
out.
if they're fast.
Right? If you're just starting out, like you don't want to run with someone that's been running for years and years and years because you're not going to be trained like they are.
Yeah.
So they offer it at all different levels for all different age groups. They also offer you, you can buy equipment. So they can be like, hey, your feet, you say your feet hurt. These are probably the best shoes for you, as opposed to, these other ones where you get somewhere else that someone else will tell you.
Let them fit your feet.
Let them do that for you.
Because they know what you need.
And they're local, and they like to run with you, so you should go check them out.
They're at 1105 Woodland.
Yeah.
1105 Woodland
1105. Street. And you can go visit them at NashvilleRunning.com, which is very easy to remember. Because
it's got
if you
Nashville,
like Nashville, and
where you live, and running,
what you want to do. And .com, which is the internet.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too hard.
No.
But we will put the link below, just in case you're struggling.
All right. Kelsey, do you have any other East Side offerings this week?
Well, I just hope that whenever you're running this week, you look for a bird and you're able to identify it while you're listening to your yacht music. And while you're running and seeing the bird, you're imagining that you're running away from a white zombie. So that is how I feel about this week. And you're running to the Pied Piper.
Use the white zombie as motivation to run faster to the Pied Piper. Check out all the birds you can on the way.
Yes. While listening.
And listen to the Yacht Rock
Revue.
While thinking about what flowers to buy at the East Side Gardener.
That about actually ties it up. Good job.
That's all you gotta do.
Good job.
It's just do it on Wednesday. You'd be good.
Pick a day and go for it. But
Alrighty, Nashville. Try and keep it on the sidewalk while you're jogging.
Be safe. And don't get hit by birds.
Have a good week.
We'll see you next week.
Watch out for the birdosaurs.
They're dangerous.